Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and today I have a very special MG I'd like to show you. Come on over and take a look at it. This car is an early B. It's a 1966 MGB GT. And of course, being the early car, it's a chrome bumpered car. And please take the time and watch my driving video that we do of this car. This car is a car that has been very well maintained and driven quite a bit. It drives beautifully. The early Bs definitely drive differently than the later Bs. The earlier ones like this are just more responsive and more peppy. The engine runs extremely well. It revs out nicely. The steering is nice and straight. The transmission is great. So we got this car. A fellow contacted us and he bought a white Jaguar V12 we sold recently, and he wanted to trade in his MGB. He lives about an hour and a half away, and said he'll just drive over and take a look at the Jag. And sure enough, he showed up in this B, which he drove over for an hour and a half, and the car ran perfectly. And that was quite normal for him because he drove this car everywhere, and he maintained it nicely. So it definitely is an enthusiast's car. Let me show you under the hood. It's been nicely maintained. The hood insulation is in place here and looks nice. He purchased K&N style air filters for the car. It also has a flow-through. It has a stainless steel exhaust with a tubular header, which helps these two things combined. The engine breathes easier and really drives quite nicely. It also has Petronics ignition, and it has an upgraded coil. We recently had the radiator out. It had a pinhole leak, which we had repaired, had it cleaned out, repainted, and reinstalled. The engine in the car drives beautifully. It doesn't smoke. It pulls really strongly. My guess is it's been rebuilt, but I do not have documentation showing that. We also have, the car has all of its correct original plates on the car. That is the correct VIN to the car, and of course it matches the title. So this car, it's not a concours car, and I do not recommend buying this car if you want a concours car. It's a very nice level driver's car, and it has been, the guy who owned it did a lot of details that he liked. He added the triangular Lucas headlamps that I think are very cool, very European looking. He also added the chrome wheels, so these were purchased relatively recently, and the Michelin tires. When I talk about it not being concours, the paint is very nice. It's holding up extremely well, but there's some places like right here, it's not exactly correct. This shouldn't be filled in at all here. So that's the difference, where car's not perfect, but it more than makes up for it in how it drives. The bullet mirror, the chrome mirror, has a little bit of pitting on it in the chrome. The rest of the chrome on the car is quite nice. The stainless steel trim and all the other chrome is holding up very well. The interior of the car is excellent. 2 owners ago, the guy was a woodworker, and he had these made, or made them for the car. Little MG emblems. So the car's definitely been personalized. It also has the MG sill plates. And he put a Motorlita wheel on. That's a new wheel that was just done recently, which actually, in this car being the GT, this gives you a lot more clearance to get in and out of the car. It's a smaller diameter than the factory wheel. This, of course, is a metal dash car, and I love the contrasting piping. The white piping just sets it off beautifully. The entire interior was retrimmed. It's new leather, and they followed, I love how they followed the white piping. The carpeting is all new, and you can see again in the door cards, they have the horizontal white piping. These are all original style handles. This is a different handle, where again they pick up the wood accent. Those are all personal items that you can leave them that way or change them back to original. I think they look kind of cool on the car. The car has a neat look going for it. The dog legs, the door sills, all of that are in excellent condition in this car. And please take a look at our chassis photos underneath. Very solid car. All over, just a very solid car. Coming along the back of it, all of this is quite nice. The lower areas are good and solid. The lenses are all nice. There's no cracks or anything in any of the lenses. In the back, the GT part, it's got the hatch. I always like GTs. I just think they're cool cars. We do have the original steering wheel, so this goes with the car. We have owner's manual, an MG emblem for the front. And this could be cleaned up a little bit. Some of the interior details could be cleaned up and made a little bit nicer. And this, of course, folds down the way they're supposed to. So this goes the way they had the cool little seats. Let's see if I can get this guy to go down like that. That folds almost goes flat, so you have the extra storage space. And as I mentioned in the drive, the GTs are structurally stronger than the Bs. They don't flex at all, so they have a different drive to them. There you can see the stainless steel exhaust pipe coming out the rear of the car. Coming along the right side of the car, it's more of the same. There are no dents or dings in the car. All of the stainless steel trim is quite nice and true. The car presents itself well. On this side, the passenger side door, same thing, same wooden trim strip on the top that was added, wooden piece here, the sill plate, and the leather's like new. I mean, the leather's just beautiful in this car. It has a nice feel, the thicker, heavier feel of the British leather. There's no wear on the leather anywhere. And again, the dashboard is just beautiful. I love the look of the early cars with the toggle switches, the black flat metal, the matte black finish, just really cool. So if you're looking for, and the doors do line up nicely, all the shut lines are nice. We have a little bit of pulling away right here. This could be touched up, but that's what makes it, it's not a perfect car, but it's a very, very nice car. And if you're looking for a B, particularly an MGB GT, an early one, well-maintained, solid car, loving owners, clearly, who did a lot of cool things to it. And this was owned by an enthusiast. I mean, he just loved this car. He decided to step up and get a V12 Jag, just because he's always wanted to have a Jaguar. So please ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them. We welcome inspections to come and see the car. We just sold a project MGB GT. That sold last week, and I think that's going to a great home in Florida. So hopefully the crowd will come back, look at this car. This is one that actually runs and drives beautifully. So again, thanks for coming and looking at the auction and video. Please watch our driving video and look at all our photos. And thanks for taking the time to watch our videos.